Yeah.
I'm telling you this, and I want somebody to send it to you. And I've been seeing it in the chat.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you talking about.
I'm telling you this because I want you to send it to you. And since I've been saying it in the conversation, you all know who I mean. I'm not sure who you mean, but I'm with you. I'll state my name once more, put the I'm, and then release the direct message. It's up for all of them in 2024. It doesn't matter if you're Diddy or whoever you are, TG. All of their lies will be exposed. Being a celebrity always exacts a steep price, and Shannon Sharpe is seeing firsthand how toxic the industry can be. He now says he told me, and my guy Jordan is over there. He said now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what I didn't say, right? Big Deviant is all catching hell. Even more astounding, since his conversation with Katt Williams a few months ago. Katt Williams had foreseen all of this. Club Shannon's podcast, All of Shay, has been breaking records and is now the most watched podcast video on YouTube ever. Not everyone in the business is happy about his achievements. In a recent interview, Shen revealed that celebrities are trying to stop his show and ruin his career. Some have even threatened him, and former guests who had previously praised the show are suddenly canceling appearances without giving any reason. We always knew that the entertainment industry could be cruel, but this is beyond cruel. There are even rumors that Shannon's safety may be in danger as a result of the ferocity of the backlash. Take a seat. This matter warrants further investigation. However, before we do so, don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe for all the latest news on your favorite celebrities. He mentioned that these celebrities will make a lot of different statements, and that some of the people you thought you might be able to get will not be making an appearance. I had no idea this would cause such a ripple effect, but I'm glad it did recently. After his prior interview with Katt Williams this year during a talk with Cam Newton, Shannon Sharpe opened out in an interview about the difficulties he's had since becoming virally famous. Shannon talked about why famous people frequently use his podcast as a forum to offer their unvarnished opinions. In order to give the celebrities the opportunity to authentically showcase themselves to the world from their own perspective, Shannon disclosed that before every interview starts, he makes sure to ask them if there are any topics they would prefer not to discuss on air. I ask, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? And I always assume that sometimes they respond, well, I would appreciate if we not talk about this. Cool, no problem, because I believe you can tell your story without saying something nega. After a highly successful career as an NFL player that included induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011, Shannon sharply clarified that he does not identify as a journalist and has never portrayed himself as one before entering the world of podcasting. Shannon then moved into sports commentary, most notably on CBS Sports, The NFL Today, where he contributed to the pregame show Halftime Report and postgame analysis in 2013. Shannon expanded his role as a columnist and spokesperson for Fitness RS for Men magazine, even gracing the cover in the same year. His journey continued in 2016 when he joined Skip Biz on FS1's sports debate show. Unquestionably, Skip and Shannon Sharpe had a strong background in the industry. And in addition to Club Shay, he didn't just hop into podcasting because it was hot. Shannon co-hosts a different podcast called Nightcap with former NFL player Chado Cinco Johnson and former basketball player Gilbert Arenas. But Club Shay has become more well-known due to viral interviews like those with Steve Harvey and Katt Williams in 2021. The editorial team at Apple Podcasts even chose Shannon's episode with Bubba Wallace for their list of the best episodes of 2021. In 2020, during the pandemic, Shannon founded Club Shay after discovering a new passion for podcasting after retiring from professional sports. His aim has been to give Black performers a stage on which to tell their stories without worrying about being harshly judged. As he puts it, He views himself as a conversationalist rather than a journalist. Though Shannon had previous experience in the media, nothing could have predicted the enormous popularity his podcast would attain. And it was all Katt Williams' fault. I'm having a conversation with you, and you won't stop me from continuing. Before landing the interview, Shannon said he had been pursuing Katt for about a year. Coincidentally, Shannon ran into Katt's new manager one day, who put him in touch with Katt within a week. In this crucial episode, Katt shared candid insights about the industry on Club Show, spilling all the tea you don't do sit-downs. You get the idea. People don't know this, but Kim has been trying to set him up for a year. She added, "Yeah, today is my last day." I said, "You got a new job." She responded, "I'm leaving to be Katt." The Katt Williams tour manager exclaimed, "Wow, I've been trying to get Katt for a year." And the following Friday, the Katt was sitting in that chair and looking at God. According to Shannon, he didn't think the episode would go viral at first. His most watched YouTube video at the time featured Steve Harvey and had received about 8 million views. But after it was filmed, Shannon's producer boldly predicted a breakthrough success. Shannon estimated that the program would receive at most 10 million views, possibly even surpassing the number of views for the Steve Harvey episode. To his astonishment, the Katt Williams episode on Club Shay has received just about 72 million views on YouTube. This enormous audience drastically changed the podcast course. Suddenly, Shannon started getting calls from possible sponsors, and more guests begged to be on the show. Club Shay became the go-to venue for people to share their personal narratives and insights. Once Katt appeared on the show and did what he did, there was no turning back. Advertisers and sponsors had to take Club Shay seriously, right? People who did all of this, he just acts like a dumb jock who talks with a list. And you know what's wild? That dumb jock has the top podcast on YouTube. After his episode aired, Katt Williams actually predicted that this would happen. "I promise you that everyone trying to double back, you going to have to beat him off with a stick. You won't let him, they're coming," Williams said. However, things took a darker turn as Shannon appreciated Club Shay's success and noticed that some industry figures were trying to undermine the podcast. That wasn't the extent of it, though. Some celebrities who were upset about Shannon's rise tried to portray him and Club Shay as provocateurs, accusing them of stoking controversy in the comedy. To be fair, considering Katt Williams' raw interview approach, it's not shocking that some people had issue with Shannon in the wake of the interview. Since 1998, Williams hasn't held back when criticizing other comedians and dispelling myths about the business. He has accused Cedric the Entertainer of being a sellout and a joke thief. Williams went on to publicly criticize Kevin Hart, accusing him of lacking humor and talent as well as selling out and acting as an industry gatekeeper. He even called Kevin an industry plant. He started by disproving Kevin's story of growing up on the East Coast, saying it was implausible for Kevin to have started his career there only to achieve greater fame in Los Angeles in 15 years. Williams also targeted Fa on Love and Ricky Smiley, claiming their fame stemmed from compromising their integrity and pandering to industry gatekeepers rather than genuine talent. Nobody in Hollywood remembers attending a sold-out Kevin Hart show or waiting in line to see him receive a standing ovation at a comedy club back then. Katt Williams continued to cast doubt on Kevin Hart's ascent in the business, claiming that he appeared out of nowhere and quickly landed a number of gigs and TV roles that usually take comedians far longer to land. Katt claimed